Coffee blog. It's now Friday the 29th of October. The months are flying by. It's getting on for 9 o'clock. I'm a bit behind. I had parcels to drop, then I went to the tip. Queensbury traffic lights, which haven't been a problem so far this week, Mr. Nellis decided to stay on red. The temporary lights, and they're totally pointless anyway, because they're just to let people out on the side road, that's it. It's like the people could get out the side road themselves, they don't need lights or that. But yeah, so they're on red, so sat ages, then some people decide that they're not going to go through the red light, brilliant. Then the guy in front of me decided he was going to obey the red light, so we stopped again and stuck there and he's waving. And it was obviously not going to change, but he wouldn't move. So in the end, when there's a break in traffic from the other direction, I just went round him along with everyone else behind that was fed up and waiting. So I don't know, he could be still sat there now for all I know. It's on red, I'm not going through. I had to go to tip, drop some bits and pieces off to get rid of that. So all in all, arrived late. Then next week I'll be up earlier because schools are back, so I'll have to get an earlier start with the school traffic. So all go. So pretty busy week, and I'm on a bit of a time schedule now, so I'm going to have to whip through everything I can do. So last weekend, pretty quiet weekend, did a bit of painting on Saturday, Sunday, bits and pieces, basically not a great deal. Big news was Monday morning, got to work, got in, went into the office, and I thought it's a bit more traffic noise than usual as I'm heading to go into our office, my office. So I opened it and there was a big hole where the glass used to be in the window, just empty space and glass everywhere, massive amounts of little tiny cube glass, because it breaks up in safety glass, doesn't it? It breaks up into little tiny cubes and they just get it everywhere. So yeah, that wasn't great really. The weird thing was, looking around the office, I couldn't actually see that anything had been taken. It just looked like it'd been left, except now there was a hole where there used to be glass. So I cleared up the glass, found some boards, screwed them against the window to fill the hole so there wasn't a big draft coming through and no one could just climb in. Then kind of sort of realised that probably some of the drawers had been opened, there was still a bit ajar and whatnot. And in the end it turned out that whoever had broken in had found the petty cash tin in one of the drawers and made off with the petty cash, which positives and negatives to that. Well, the positive is, if he hadn't found that, he would have just gone on to maybe search more things or nick something physical or break stuff or whatever else, because he found what he wanted pretty quickly. He didn't make much of a mess, so that was alright, I suppose, in a way. Alright, as alright as it can be for someone to break in and nick stuff off you, but you know, you're going to look on how worse it could have been. So having to re-fortify all that up, but I mean, on the positive, there is CCTV down where he broke the window, so we've got a clean view of him actually doing it. We supplied the video to the police. Kind of put that there to, you know, put people off doing that because it could be seen, or at least doing it at night, when he did it 1:30 on Sunday afternoon, so broad daylight. But apparently he didn't notice the CCTV because he looked at it a couple of times. So, but we've got a great view of his face to show, well, the police have now. So yes, we may well pick him up at some point. So that kind of put it down on the week, and then it's kind of like being, I'm trying to keep up with everything, and there's loads going on. We had a lot of coffee orders, a lot of deliveries, got people wanting stuff, people wanting information, people just generally left, right and centre needing things doing, all of which is making life very complicated. So yeah, just flat out all week. Been a bit of a killer. Today's going to be no better. I've got a load to do today. We've just got a big order going out to Huddersfield of roasted coffee, labelled up. And yeah, there's just loads of things going on. So busy week, didn't really need to have the added aggravation of window getting smashed, but there you are, that's how things go. Now I don't know if Mr. Nellis has sent me any words. He maybe has. He sent me lots of messages. Oh, here we go. Right, no, I've got it here. Mr. Nelson's words of wisdom. Another pub that you and Callum could go to is the Sun in Flockton near the Yorkshire Sculpture Park, as my dad wondered if I had lunch there with Paul, as I will try and go there with Paul while he and I go to the Yorkshire Sculpture Park for my dad. It's supposed to be a pretty good Yorkshire Sculpture Park. I've not actually been yet. I mean, not at all magpies for 2 weeks because a few members have been self-isolated as I made the right design for my dad and Chris not to go there as it's too risky. Yeah, quite right. I used to have Park Town, or is it too rude for you, as Philip notes as it can be. I don't know, I quite like South Park. My dad and Chris are top great fans as well. I think that might be Top Gear. Top Gear, although I prefer the Grand Tour, to be honest. Now, can you remember Mighty Max? And can you remember the video game shop called Electronics Boutique? No. Funny enough, the problem was, as to play it safe, I thought I would have to put it on my second word of wisdom. Oh, there you are. So, yeah, really, quite a long one there, Mr. Nunless. So, yeah, it's been a pretty hectic week. It's just going to get worse up to Christmas, I think, now. Plus, now I've got somebody putting new window pane in, wire mesh on the outside of the window. Going to have to do some other windows now because once I've kind of realised people can get in like that, I'm going to have to get on with it. And I think a big lorry's just turned up with another 800 odd kilos of green coffee, so I'm going to have to go and unload that. Great. So that's it for this week. Have a good week next week, and I'll catch you in next week's coffee blog. Okay, see you.